Ready for me to make a statement?
No, one second. We're just waiting on the stream.
I didn't want to be the one
No.
ready.
All right, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. I'd like to welcome the Memphis Tigers to the stage. We'll start with the opening statement from Coach, then turn to players' questions. Please make sure you have a mic in your hand with the player questions, and then the players will take off, and we'll stick. Coach Hardaway will stay around for questions. This transcript of the press conference will be available after. So, Coach, please start with your thoughts on today's game.
Yeah, what an unbelievable opportunity to be able to play the back-to-back national champions and then to also win the game. It's so big for our city, for our school, and for these young men who work so hard. We're riding them really tough because we have to get it right now. We don't have the time to wait until conference starts because we have to do all our heavy lifting early. And I put a ton of pressure on them to be better than really where they should be right now because they're still getting acclimated and trying to know each other. And just an unbelievable feeling right now to be sitting up here doing the hard work that we put in. It's paying off, and these guys are getting the reward, so I'm thankful for that. Thank God for that opportunity.
All right, please raise your hand. Questions for Tyrese and Colby.
Tyrese, just describe your feeling when you were kind of on fire out there in that stretch where you just felt like you couldn't miss.
It felt good. I played these guys last year in New York, and I know the type of intensity that they were going to bring for the game, so I know what to expect. But just being in that stretch and being in the flow, it felt good.
And Colby, you hit a three in overtime that tied the game, and then I think you finished with 8 or 9 points in overtime. I mean, just I guess you describe how clutch that was for you.
Yeah, they had hit I think it was a three right before that possession. So first thing I'm thinking, if they give me a chance to shoot a three, I'm gonna take it. And I just, attacked, was aggressive, shot the three. And then just being late, obviously PJ fouled out, so it's next man up. But that's why, our team is so dangerous because we're so talented and so deep. Once PJ went out, I was like, all right, I got to step up, be more aggressive. Reese was already on fire, and then I just made shots late, and we got the win.
Yeah, for either player, what's your thought when Solo Ball hits that three-pointer? You guys have been up, 12, I think, with 4 minutes left, and it seemed like you guys were in control of the game, and he hits that. What goes through your mind, and what do you say in that huddle? How do you regroup after that?
I can say because it was on me. I turned my head. That's something that we always say when you're playing shooters. You can't turn your head from them. But I just told them, we got to go win the game now. You can't, hold on to the play. It's next play mentality. So you just got to keep it moving and try to win.
Go to Matt.
This is for Tyrese. Tyrese, what did it feel like to play in a game like this? High school gym. You get teams waiting to play. Colorado, Michigan State. They're in the wings there, and obviously a very intense environment. There was a scuffle in the overtime. As a player in the middle of all of that, with such big emotional swings, can you describe what it felt like to be involved in that for 45 minutes?
It's intense, but when it comes down to it, you gotta make sure your head's on straight. Don't lose track of what's going on, like with the emotions, the scramble that the guys have. But you just gotta make sure your guys together so you can continue to try to win the game.
Any other questions for the players?
This is for both of you guys. This is kind of a statement win. What is that statement?
Just trying to identify who we are. I think we work so hard that, we get the opportunity to showcase that, whether we don't care what anybody else on the outside saying. We trust with the group of guys we got, the coaching staff, the support staff, our players. Establishing who we are. We just got to keep working.
Yeah, to piggyback what he said, I think internally we kind of always felt like we're capable to play with anybody. And we just try to block out the outside noise. Coach harps on that in practice all the time. We're going to have to take it. Nobody's going to give anything to us, so that we came in with that mentality, and we executed it today. So, I mean, the statement is just, we kind of felt like that already. It's just a matter of just, showing it to the world.
And
All right, 2 more questions for the players right back here.
Hi, guys. For both of you guys, did you guys discuss the situation coming in here with what happened on August 8th, 2023, the fire here, and then the tournament not being here last year? Did you guys discuss that and before coming here as a team? And if so, how cool was it to kind of give the area a game like that today?
Yeah, I mean, it was unfortunate what happened with the fire and everything last year. So we weren't able to have the tournament last year, but I think for us, we're just extremely grateful to be here this year, to be invited here and to play UConn the first game. We looked at it like this is, opportunity in a lifetime. This is why guys play basketball, why we be in the gym, why we wake up early, late hours to have games like this and to showcase our talents. So we're extremely grateful for this opportunity. So yeah.
For both of you guys as well, PJ goes and makes all 6 of his free throws in the last 40 seconds of the game. What does that sort of say about his composure? And Tyrese, speaking to your point about guys keeping their heads on late.
Yeah, I mean, we trust PJ. I know as soon as they got the tech, we sent PJ right to the line. We know what he's capable of. We confident in him to shoot him. So, yeah.
All right, Parth, last question for the guys.
Yeah, question for Tyrese, kind of a 2-part question, but obviously with your knee issue going on, you haven't practiced much at all, according to Penny, in the past 2 weeks. What does it take to be out of that rhythm, not practice, and then to do what you did tonight or today on this stage? And how's that knee doing is the second part of the question.
Just, working with the training staff. I get in the drills and stuff, get out there, break a sweat, get shots up and stuff. So it's not like I'm, just totally just sitting on the side, leg kicked up or something like that. But, I'm still getting work in, making sure I'm staying in that rhythm. So.
All right, Colby, Tyrese, thanks for being here. You guys are excused. Any questions for Coach?
biggest win of your career?
Yeah, with the magnitude of what's going on here at the Invitational, I can say yes. I mean, that's back-to-back national champions, undefeated, first round of the Maui tournament. When we first got picked to play them, I was like, okay, hey, we're starting off with a bang. And, I just got our team prepared. I used it as motivation.
Because you've had some big ones. You beat Houston when they were number 1, Tennessee, at Tennessee.
Yeah.
A few years ago. So how does it feel? I mean, like,
I'm not taking any of this for granted because I know how hard it is to win and especially beat a team like that. But I'm so excited for our university and the city more so than anything because we need more positivity. We need more of this. The entire city is happy right now, and that makes me happy. So that's the magnitude that it has had on this win.
Coach, I mean, in the yesterday you talked about you knew your team was going to come in and play hard. You were very disruptive with UConn, and they couldn't get into their. What were you doing to really make it very difficult for them offensively to get into their stuff? Yeah,
they're a well-oiled machine. Just watching them, man, they're just like clockwork. Because the times that we did allow them to get into their stuff, they made those shots. They're really efficient and they're really sharp. And what we had to do was take the ball out of the point guard's hands, not let them get that rhythm as much as we could. And then they're so smart, we knew they were going to adjust again, and they did. And then they got a rhythm where they got in there and got comfortable. And then we switched up defenses like 3 or 4 more times to try to get them uncomfortable again, and it worked. So you can't give him a steady diet because they're just too smart.
Penny, right here. What was your vantage point? What did you see on that scuffle with about 40 seconds left? And again, we asked the players, but what does that sort of say about their composure and how they handled the end of overtime there?
Yeah, it was, it happens all the time. And, Dane reacted to Musa being pushed down, if that's what you're talking about. I was a little upset with Dane because we had a technical right there because Musa got pushed down by Johnson because he fouled out. But I'm never going to be a guy that doesn't allow a teammate to take up for his teammates. So double foul, their ball, let's go get a stop and let's get back in it. But I just saw that the team unified more at that moment versus, being apart because he could have stayed where he was, not cared, but he cared enough to come to Musa's defense, and I like that as well.
Coach, right here. Knowing that all that Lahaina's been through, to be able to come out on the first game back here after the fire and deliver a game like that, first of all, did you have a message for your team before coming here along any of the lines of, what's gone on here, and then to be able to deliver that game today for the fans just all around. How cool was that?
Yeah, we were actually Lahaina strong today, to be very honest. I mean, that just bleeds right into, what we talked about before we came over here. Went through the horrible wildfires, and it was devastating, but they grew together. They bonded. And I said we need to use that type of strength for ourselves going into this fabulous tournament. And to be able to give them this game today, the very first game at 9:30, it's amazing to jumpstart this thing off. And so thankful, so blessed to be here to get the invitation to come. And I love everything about Maui, man. I'm glad that it's recovering now.
Barth.
Coach, one of the things that UConn was able to do was, it kind of extend the pressure on you, start to trap a little bit. As you start to turn to, the page to get ready, what kind of adjustments do you want to make as teams start to extend pressure on you, try to trap a little bit? What do you want to see your team do?
Yeah, I just want our guards to be able to handle, the fundamentals of the game when it comes to that. You can't get into a trap space. You got to get out of trap spaces. You got to use your ball fakes to shift the defense and then get through and then advance the ball up the floor. We do that, but in the heat of the battle against the number 2 team in the country, the nervous energy hits. So we learn from that. So the best experience is going through it. That's the best teacher is the experience. So for us, the next time somebody does that, we'll be more prepared and ready in real time. Because it's easy to do 5-on-0.
Last question, Barth.
Penny, I know you always point to the city and the university and the players, but for yourself, is there a little bit of vindication after some of the criticism you faced last season and this offseason to now get this type of statement victory for the program?
Not really, man. I just know that everybody has their opinion about what's going on, and some of it was warranted. I can't run away from what's going on. I know that it's a job that we want to win in the city. We want to win, and I'm no different from anyone else. So when I get that criticism, sometimes when it gets personal, it hurts because I'm trying to fight for the city and the team, but I understand everyone has a job to do, and they have their opinion.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.